What's going on, everybody? Welcome. You know, there's an old saying, and it goes, it's not what you know, it's who you know, right? This expression simply means that there's more to gaining, there's more to getting ahead in life than just what you know in your brain, your knowledge, your memory, all that stuff. It's more to it than that. I mean, if that was the case, there'd be a lot of people who knew a lot of information that would be pretty wealthy by now, right? But with all the information people may know, some people still just don't know how to get ahead, so to speak. And the question usually is, how come people who know so much can't seem to benefit the most from what they know, right? And that's where the expression comes from. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Because the second part of that equation is who you know. Because you don't necessarily have to be the most intelligent person to get ahead in life. It really doesn't matter how much knowledge you have memorized in your brain, or how many formulas you know, or how many trivia you know, all that stuff. You can be the best in Jeopardy. What it comes down to sometimes is your connections. The people you know that can help you, assist you in prospering. Well, this is what I mean. You may not be the smartest person in a classroom, right? Let's see. I'll use myself for example, right? When I was in college, there were many people who knew a lot of information, who graduated, all that stuff. But when you look at their lives now, they seem to be struggling more now than they were when they were in college. There was a meme I saw on Instagram, right? Because just recently a lot of colleges were graduating. And there was a meme of a young college graduate with their cap and gown on, and their degree in their hand. And the caption under the picture said, "Now what?" Okay? It said, "Now what?" Because this person is a college graduate. They've graduated from college. And you would think, because that's how we all were taught. We all were taught that you go to college, you get education, you graduate, and you can get a good job. I was always taught that as a kid. But how many people have graduated from college, got their degree, and aren't even doing what it is their degree entails? How many people have graduated from college, got a degree, and are not benefiting from the degree that they spent so many years obtaining, right? And you'd be surprised how many people you could find that say, okay, yeah, I got a degree in this, but they're not even doing that, right? So what is it? What is it about? You can have a degree, have all the knowledge, know all the trivia questions, you could be a monster in Jeopardy, right? But when it comes to prospering in life, whatever your definition of prospering is, some people come up short. And I believe that expression is not what you know, it's who you know, is very, very true. Because there are people who aren't as intelligent as you. How many of you watching this know somebody who you know for a fact ain't exactly the brightest star in the sky? You know what I'm saying? Not exactly the sharpest knife in the drawer. You know, how many of you know people like that? However, they seem to be, quote unquote, winning in life. Whatever your definition of winning in life is, they seem to be doing that. They're not as smart as you. They may not have graduated from the universities as you. They may not have the degrees as you. All of that, right? But for some reason, they're prospering, right? Why is that? You ask the question, wait a minute, this person nowhere near smarter than me. How come they're doing X, Y, and Z, and like, what is it that I'm missing? And I believe that what most people are missing in schools that aren't actually taught in schools, which is weird, is the connections. Who you connect yourself with can be the difference between a struggling life or a life of prosperity. Well, once again, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Now, here's the thing. I wish I took advantage of the connections that I had. I mean, I do now, but you live and learn. But there are many people who you may think, it may be that one person that you know, or that one mentor that you have, or that one teacher that you have, or your parents, your uncles, your grandparents, so forth, so on, your best friend, all that stuff. That one person may have access to resources, which is pretty much all it's about, resources that could benefit you very much in your life. If you have people like that in your life, I know it's going to sound crazy when I say this, but you would be crazy. You would be crazy not to take advantage of the access that the people in your life have to certain resources that can help you prosper. Like I said, whatever your definition of prosper is. It's the same as you need a job, right? You need a job. Your aunt or your uncle or your mother or your mentor, so on, they run a big company, right? They run a big company. You're just graduating from high school. You're just graduating from college. Let's say you just graduated from college and you got to pay your loans back and all that stuff. You need a job, you need money, you want to get on your own, do your thing. And you have someone in your life, a loved one, whether it be a mentor, parents, uncles, aunts, grandchildren, grandparents, all that stuff. They own and run a Fortune 500 company, right? Would you say, you know what, I'm not going to take this advantage. I'm not going to take advantage of this advantage. Or would you say, you know what, I got access to people who have resources that I can use to better my life and life of my family and my loved ones and stuff. Should I take the job that my uncle's offering me at this Fortune 500 company, regardless of where it is, or what position I'm in? I can work my way up, or should I just say, you know what, I'm gonna go do my thing? See, you have access. When you have access to people with access, sometimes you don't need to go through all of the rigorous journey that a lot of people have to go through to get what you get. If you think about it, everybody, this is my belief. My belief is everyone would love to have that one person who has access to resources that they can use to benefit their lives in the most positive ways. I believe every single person on the planet would love to have that one relative, that one friend, that one mentor, that one teacher who has access to resources that they can use to benefit their lives in the most prosperous of ways. If we all honest with ourselves, play this. I play this. Here's a prime example, but it's going to sound crazy. Many people look at Donald Trump as, ain't authentic because his parents gave him a couple of million to start off, his business, and he flipped that into, $1 billion, business, right? His parents gave him millions to start off with that he flipped into billions. Now, as much as people may want to bash him for that, if we all will be honest, every single person on this planet wishes that they had parents to give them a couple of million to start off whatever it is they want to start off with. I mean, what they call trust fund babies? Donald Trump was simply a trust fund baby. He just happened to flip his millions into billions. But, Blue Ivy was born into wealth. Blue Ivy was born into wealth. The Kardashian children are born into wealth. I believe that every single person on this planet would love to have access to people who have access to resources. So when you're for people who are in college, this is the one thing I told my daughter when she first got into college, and I told all my children when they get into college. It's one thing. I put this: school is a business. This is what I learned after many years of being out of college. That I wish I knew going into college had been a lot much better. College is a business. Yes, you do learn. There's education and all that stuff, but essentially, it is a business. It is a business like any other business that you go into to spend your money to buy goods. Right? It's a goods and services. That's essentially what college is. And the more access you have to the business, the more benefits you can obtain. It's the same thing when it comes to college. Along with going to classes and learning and, learn about science and math and all that stuff, take heed to the business aspect of college or high school. One of the smartest things I ever did in college was I became friends with the teachers. Now I know, and I mean when we were young, it was called brown nosing. It was called sucking up to the teacher, all that stuff. But here's the thing: sucking up to the teacher can gain you access. Your science teacher, your mentor, who has a business, a company, who, when you get out of college, may say, you know what? This is my mentee right here. I'm gonna give my mentee a shot in one of my companies. So when we were little kids, elementary school, people were teased for being called a teacher's pet, a brown noser, a butt kisser. However, it's that same brown nosing, that same butt kissing, so to speak. I don't even really kiss your butt, but that's that same getting under the wings of your mentor, of your teacher, of your loved ones who have access. It's strategic. It's really strategy. It's really strategy. That teacher in college that you have an affection for, who has access to resources that you can use to benefit you. You will be crazy not to get up under that teacher, learn from that teacher, and you two build a rapport in a way that when that teacher wants to give access to one of his students or one of her students, they're going to think of you first. So make connections. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Okay? Catch y'all later. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace.